Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros. This is the Fantasy Football live stream. It is me, Joey P. Joe Pisapia. With me today is my boy, Big Pot Energy, Andrew Erickson. It's time to give out some lineup advice. A little early. A lot of news is coming in, but we got Thursday night football. Don't forget at 5 p.m. Eastern over on Betting Pros. Scott Bogman and I will be breaking down that game live like we do every Monday and Thursday. And if you watched on Monday, Uncle Joey gave you the Vikings on the money line and you won some cash. So you better watch tonight to see what might happen. Andrew Erickson, good to see you, my friend. Lots going on in the fantasy world right now. A lot of things happening, moving and shaking. I want to talk a little bit about the Browns backfield to start things off here today. Kareem Hunt did practice. I know a lot of people were picking up Pierre Strong in some deeper leagues. Do you think that Kareem Hunt is going to be someone you feel good about starting this week?
I think from a volume perspective, it makes a lot of sense for Kareem Hunt to be in most lineups. I know the matchup's not ideal. Seattle's been pretty tough against running backs, particularly on the ground. I think they're actually ranked number one in terms of yards, lowest yards per carry allowed to running backs. But I don't think any running back would be really necessarily productive. They can stack the box against PJ Walker. This is no surprise to anyone, like what Seattle's going to try to do. But you have pass game usage with Kareem Hunt. He can catch dump off passes. And if they get in the red zone, which, that defense is setting their offense up for success with short fields because of turnovers, it's going to be Kareem Hunt that gets his number called at the goal line. So I think that there's enough working in Kareem Hunt's favor, despite the tough matchup, where I think you're starting him most of the time as like an RB, a back end RB2, with volume on his side.
Tyreek Hill returned to practice. That's good news for everybody. Also, you got some individual practice for Aaron Jones, so little notes there. Raheem Mostert returned to practice too, so keep an eye on that one. I expect Jeff Wilson to get more work in this one, though. I know last week people were like, where is he? He's not there. Give him some time. It'll be all right, but that could work in a little bit. Jimmy Garoppolo is back as well, but you're going to get some other quarterbacks playing this week, including Will Levis, along with Malik Willis this week, because Tannehill does not look like he's going. And Sam Darnold now for the 49ers with Brock Purdy in concussion protocol. What does Sam Darnold's start mean for those people with assets of the 49ers? Christian McCaffrey, you're always starting, but what does it do to Ayuk? What does it do to Kittle? What does it do to San Fran?
I think it makes it more likely they lose. But I don't think that I don't think that the offense is really going to suffer too significantly. Look, it's the system, right? So we're all talking about the system. Like anyone in this, it's putting Kyle Shanahan to the test. Like, right, what's the worst quarterback that can perform in the Kyle Shanahan offense? Here you go, Sam Darnold. Like, let's find out. So it'd be interesting to see how things play out. But interesting, when I was looking back at Sam Darnold last year with the Carolina Panthers, so he was actually 4-1 towards the over in all the games that he played last year. So I don't think that this is going to necessarily be like a massive step back and downgrade from the 49ers offense. What they do on offense is they get the ball to the playmaker and the playmaker makes the plays. So as long as Sam Darnold can just deliver a ball on time to McCaffrey, George Kittle, Ayuk, I don't think you're going to see this massive fall off. Again, at the end of the game, could Sam Darnold throw a pick that Brock Purdy wouldn't? Yeah, I think maybe that would be the difference. But offensively, I think they'll be okay. And I think you're going to be starting Ayuk, Kittle, and McCaffrey. He played with McCaffrey last year, in Carolina. So there is a little bit of rapport.
They know each other's name.
Yeah, they know each other's names. So.
Hey, I know you. I play with you again. My favorite sports story of all time is when Ricky Henderson back in the day ended up playing with the Seattle Mariners, and he played with John Olerud in New York, and along with with the Mariners as well. I think it was the end of their careers. I want to say it was this, if memory serves. If I'm getting the teams wrong, I could be. I apologize. But Ricky Henderson said to him, hey, I used to play with a guy who used to wear a helmet at first base when I was in New York. And John Olerud said, that was me, Ricky. Ricky Henderson, no idea. Gotta love Ricky Henderson. Ricky loves him some Ricky. And I love all of you. So if you've got questions, drop them here in the chat. Don't forget to like the stream and subscribe to Fantasy Pros YouTube channel. We appreciate all of you. Before we do all of those many, many questions here in the chat, I want to give a shout out to Pristine Auction for sponsoring today's live stream. If you haven't checked out pristineauction.com yet, you are missing out. They are the go-to for sports memorabilia and collectible auction items, starting at just $1. I've got some here at the house too. My Tom Brady jersey framed here, Patriots own, with the 3 of the later Super Bowl pieces along with it. That's in my room from Pristine Auction. Imagine snagging authentic autographs without breaking the bank. And they've got over 1,000 items up for grabs every single day. And the real deal is every single item on pristineauction.com comes with that certificate of authenticity from the big guns in the authentication game. That's right, authentication. If you are getting the good stuff backed by the reputable authenticators in the business, then you're doing okay. So guess what? Pristine Auction is also hooking you up with some cool giveaways too. And if you want a chance to win a signed Tyjae Spears Tennessee Titans jersey, you need to subscribe to the Fantasy Pros YouTube channel right now. So comment below on this video, sign up at pristineauction.com using the link in our video description with the registration code FantasyPros to be eligible. Again, don't forget to check back out at pristineauction.com. Use that promo code FantasyPros for $10 off your first order and sign up at Pristine Auction. Use that link in our video description. You can get a shot at this Tyjae Spears jersey. Pretty cool right there. Authentic stuff right from Pristine Auction themselves. Let's get to some authentic people here in our chat, our Fantasy Pros brothers and sisters. David Levy is going to start out. Hello, Mr. Pisapia. We're very formal today. I like that. Hope you're having a great day. Mixon, Stevenson, and Pierce, pick 2. So Mixon hasn't done much. Stevenson has done very little, and Pierce has done almost nothing. But you got to start 2 of these guys. So who is the odd man out of this group?
I'll go Stevenson. Like we talked about Mixon and Pierce as starts on the Start Sit Show podcast. So D-Bro likes Mixon. I like Pierce. So we'll just go with those guys.
Okay. Fat Frey. Hey, FP, who would you start this week in my flex? Full PPR, Darrell Henderson, Christian Watson, or Jaden Reed. Now, Watson did avoid a major injury, it looks like. So that's a good thing. So in your opinion here, who is the best start out of this grouping in a full PPR?
I think it's still Christian Watson for me. I think that he still has the most upside of all 3 of those players.
He does. I'll take Darrell Henderson in the touches, though, because I just don't trust Jordan Love to look at Christian Watson, because I watched him not look at Christian Watson for an entire game. So give me Henderson there. Duke Jenkins, start a quarterback here, Love or Stafford? Which one you want to go with? The rest of the team is good, so he needs the QB.
Stafford, man, has just been so disappointing. Every time he looks, he's like slated to hit. It's disappointment, but Love hasn't really
They're back-to-back in ECR, too. Love against Minnesota, Stafford against Dallas this week.
Yeah. The thing is, Love is actually like still scoring fantasy points, even though he's like not playing good in real life.
No. Yeah. If you look on the year, Jordan Love is QB 12 on the season. He had 16 points last week. Stafford has basically, 15 points every week. He is QB 15. So I guess Love gets that slight edge against Minnesota this week. At home, it may give him the slight edge here, but it's not much. Yeah. Slight edge. Tammy McLeod, happy Tuesday. Need help. Pick 2 wide receivers in the full point PPR. Garrett Wilson, Cortland Sutton, DeAndre Hopkins, Palmer, and Rice. Okay, so Josh Palmer, Rashee Rice, Garrett Wilson, Cortland Sutton, Hopkins. Hopkins is a strong sit for me this week with Will Levis at quarterback. So 2 wide receivers. Who do you want to start if Hopkins is out?
I'll go with Garrett Wilson and Rashee Rice.
Yes. Yeah, the Rice man cometh. Let's go. One of my favorite late targets in this year's draft. Jake Weinholzer. Should I trade Deontay Johnson and Sam Laporta for Drake London and TJ Hockenson?
I think that Deontay and Drake London is almost like, you could view that as like a wash, honestly. Like, I don't think those guys are that different. So going from Laporta to Hockenson, Hockenson is he's kind of getting like a little bit of Alvin Kamara-esque usage. He just kind of catches dump offs, but we'll take it.
Give me 8 points of just the catches alone every week. That's a good base. So I agree. Yeah.
I make that trade. Yeah.
London and TJ Hockenson, I think, is a better duo theoretically. Lakeith Lee, Amari Cooper or Zach Moss in the flex half PPR 12-person league. So tricky here because the Taylor Moss usage, but also Amari Cooper playing with PJ Walker again. So which way you want to go in the half PPR?
Anytime the matchup like specifically states like you shouldn't play Amari Cooper, he plays well. So like 2 weeks ago, 49ers rain horrible. He goes for 100 yards. Last week they score like 70 combined points, 2 for 22. Amari Cooper. Like, how does that make any sense? So, look, if this was somebody else besides Zach Moss, I would probably pick that player. But Zach Moss isn't a great start this week either. So, I'm just going to roll with Amari Cooper because the guy is boom or bust. And whenever you think he's going to bust, he booms, vice versa. So, start him.
Yeah, I hate when I boom when I think I'm going to bust. That's the word. It's the absolute worst. Kinky Tasm, our old friend here. Hail pros. Mayfield is struggling. Go with him against the Bills or Prescott this week?
Actually, I mean, I'm playing Mayfield. Like,
Oh, I'm not. I'm
the Bill
playing Dak.
how good did the Patriots offense look last week? The Bills defense is so bad.
I understand that. I get what you're saying. Baker Mayfield is so bad, and I think he's going to throw for multiple picks tonight. That's one of the things I'm going to be betting on tonight on the show. We're going to be talking about that in a second. So we're split there. Half PPR, tight end, Thomas, Mayer, or Stream Hayward. Thanks so much, Kinky says.
Thomas.
Okay, there you go. Let's go to Brent Lakin. Wide receiver, pick one for the week. Mike Evans, Jalen Waddle, Jacoby Myers, or Garrett Wilson?
Waddle.
Waddle it is. Josh Huey. Who should I start? Deontay Johnson, Josh Downs, or Rice? I'm starting Downs.
I agree.
Let's go. You got a good one there. Gary Yates, full PPR, Josh Downs, or Joshua Palmer? I go Downs.
I go Downs as well, even though
All
Palmer's
right.
been good. Downs for me.
Daniel Capsikin, or Capskeenan. I don't know how it is, but it's all like one word. Why is your entire name in all caps? Are you yelling at me? I don't understand, Daniel. And then his questions in all caps too, which is fun. This is a good time here. What to do with Ridley? Still have Addison, Deontay Johnson, Downs, and Lockett. Look, if you have Addison, Deontay Johnson, Downs, and Lockett, you sit Ridley on the bench and you hope for some good games coming up here. I know some of the matchups coming up are dicey at times for Ridley, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to cut him. I mean, not going to do that. So you're just going to bench him. It's fine to bench him over those guys, don't you think? I'm not trading him, though. Do you want to trade him?
I mean, I want to trade for Calvin Ridley because he's cheap.
That's how I think. Yeah, exactly.
Like, look, if you look at Ridley's box scores this year, he has 2 top 6 finishes, and then all the other ones are like outside the top 50. Like it's been very like, hey, I'm going to be a top 5 receiver this week, or I'm going to literally do nothing. Like
he's another one that busts when he should boom and booms when he should bust.
But the fact of the matter is, it's a good matchup this week against the Steelers. Like, they're a bad secondary. So again, it seems like he has a pretty balanced lineup with like Addison, Deontay Johnson, or Downs. Like, those guys have high floors. I don't like Lockett this week. So, I mean, I think I would roll with Ridley over Deontay. Probably over Deontay, because it's like Deontay has a higher floor, but Ridley definitely has a higher ceiling.
Robbie Thomas, 18, half PPR flex. Jonathan Taylor, Addison, McLaurin. I have CMC and Walker at RBs. St. Brown, Olave, wide receiver. So you had a pretty good lineup right here. So half PPR in the flex. You want to go with Taylor, Addison, or McLaurin?
I'll play JT.
I would agree with that one. Take the touches. Andrew Yatoma. Who to flex? Ayuk, James Cook, or Gibbs? Thank you in advance.
I don't think Montgomery's going to play, so Gibbs.
Yeah, that seems to be the right thing to do here because you don't know what Darnold and Ayuk is going to be. Could be great. I mean, it could be okay. It could be bad. I don't like the range of outcomes. Hood fave, OJ. Who should I get in exchange for Gibbs?
Dave Montgomery. You want the line starting running back? There you go.
No, but no one's gonna do that. Like, no one's gonna trade you Montgomery for Gibbs. But Gibbs is an interesting piece. I'm sure has a lot of value. Do you think you can get Calvin Ridley for Gibbs? Yes, I think you could. I don't think you can get Waddle for Gibbs, but everybody wants to trade Devonta Smith. That's an interesting piece to buy low on right now. Who would you rather have the rest of the season, Gibbs or Mixon?
Gibbs.
I agree. All right, so let's go to the next one. Let's go to Puka Nacua. Okay, Pook. Should I trade James Cook for Ekeler and Tank Dell?
Yes.
I think so. I mean, I think that's a risk worth taking. Eckler's been very disappointing. Do you think a big second half is on the horizon, or do you think this is the end of Ekeler as we know him?
I mean, he's not like dying. I think that I think he's fine.
Well, I don't know if he's dying, but he's certainly not thriving.
I think that he's going to bounce back against the Bears. Are the worst defense against running backs in the passing game. Like, if Brandon Staley can't dial up a plan where it's like get Austin Ekeler the ball through the air, I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I guess it should be Kellen Moore, but no, I think James Cook's an RB2 maxed out. Like, he doesn't get enough red zone usage to be an RB1 where Ekeler has that already. So I'll take Ekeler here, and then Tank Dell's just a nice added on piece.
Ideal transaction, Ayuk or Nico in the full point PPR?
Ayuk.
Yeah, I think you still got to play Ayuk there in that one. Brian Lemaster, do I start White, Hollywood, or Stevenson this week in full PPR?
White. It's got the Bills. They're horrible run defense.
Our friend Dominic Gazzetti's here in the chat. Half PPR, flex one of these. Gus Edwards, Christian Watson, or Drake London. Much love to all of you. Much love to you, Dom. Love you, man. So what do we do here? Gus, Christian Watson, or Drake London?
Let me just grab my bus hat. Gus Bus. Come on. That's it.
Is it really that easy, eh? It's a tough one for me.
Playing the Cardinals. It's half PPR. If it's full PPR, I might lean London, but
okay.
It's half PPR.
Kent Quiros. Start Lockett or James Cook. You said you don't like Lockett. Do you like him more than Cook or no?
No, I'll take Cook.
Tough matchup for him, but we'll see what happens. D. Martinez Espinal. PPR, start Pierce or Madison.
I'm going to start Pierce over Cam Akers backup.
Ryan Moore, trade Adams, and if so, for who? Would you take Jalen Waddle for Devontae Adams rest of season?
Probably not.
What about Puka Nacua rest of season or Devontae Adams?
I think I'd prefer Puka.
I think I do too. By the way, Puka's target share has stayed the same since Kupp's come back. Does anybody see that? I saw our friend Heath Cummings posted that tweet, and I thought that was very
Kupp and Puka are number 1 and 2 in target share on the year. Like they rank first and second.
What happens when all your running backs are hurt? You just got to throw the football all day long, which is why it's frustrating. Stafford should be better than he is.
Because he's not throwing touchdowns. Like that's his biggest issue. Is like, dude, you got to throw a touchdown.
You got to convert. These are the things that are important. You got to make the picks count. Speaking of making the picks count, don't forget to join our NFL contest at Betting Pros right now. bettingpros.com/NFL contest, or download the Betting Pros app and make sure you go to the community tab and join the NFL contest that way. We're going to have 5 picks a week. That's all you got to make in order to be involved in the contest. We have weekly winners. You're going to get gift cards to our Fantasy Pros and Betting Pros shops, monthly prizes for free premium upgrades to Betting Pros, to Fantasy Pros for an entire year, and also a Jackson Smith and Jigba jersey for the big winner. You got to make 5 picks a week, 100 on the season. So get going now. It's not too late to join. You can get in all the fun for the monthly and weekly prizes at the very least, if not for the whole one. It's got to be really good. So join the NFL contest today. And don't forget too, we're running that special over at Betting Pros right now. When you download the app, you get on iOS, you get 3 free days of premium. So download that on a Friday. Use it for NFL. You could use it for baseball, NBA, NHL, whatever you want to bet on. Go use it. Use the tool. Start betting smarter, not harder. That's what we like to do here. Let's go to the next question here. We've got Flack Attack. Schultz, Kittle, or Ingram in the half PPR. Man, people are sour on George Kittle these days, Erickson. Sour.
I mean, we told you not to draft him. We did say that. And we said that he was going to have like games where he'd score 3 touchdowns and then do nothing. So
that is the George Kittle MO.
If Debo's not going to play, I think Debo's already been ruled out. So I'm going to take Kittle. He's got the most ups. I mean, if you want the safest floor, it's definitely Ingram.
Ingram's a safe guy, but Kittle's the temptation
steady,
there.
Whereas Kittle definitely has that boom, can actually win you a week, which Ingram really can't do. So
Felix has a question here. Start Higgins, Flowers, or Addison? This is a tough one because these are 3 guys that are very close in rankings together. Which one do you want to start this week?
I think we start Flowers.
Flowers. Okay. Ruben R, full PPR. Should I Darren Waller, Josh Reynolds, or Jake Ferguson and T. Higgins? I don't know. I don't know if there's more to this.
Trade. I think
Is it trade? Should I trade Darren Waller, Josh Reynolds, or for Jake Ferguson and T. Higgins?
I don't know. I mean, I want to get T. Higgins cheaper than trading Darren Waller away.
I don't know, man. I mean, I know Darren Waller's gotten some targets lately, so I mean, I like T. Higgins. I think T. Higgins is the best player in this deal, so I want the best player in the deal. And I think Ferguson is fine. Fair. So at the end of the day, it's close. I would want the Higgins side. Garbanzo, Olave or Ayuk this week?
Ayuk.
Allen Harris, full point PPR. Wan'Dale Robinson or Juan Jennings?
Wan'Dale.
The Wandales or the Wands. Christopher Vital, would you trade Derrick Henry, Terry McLaurin for Madison and CeeDee Lamb? It's a tricky one. It's like you're, getting the better wide receiver, but losing the better running back. I'm fascinated to see if Derrick Henry gets traded the next 2 weeks. I really am. I feel like
you gotta try to hold him and see if he gets moved. Because if he gets moved, like it doesn't honestly matter where he goes. Like his value will just go up because people will be either excited.
It does, but I guess here's the question. Let's take Madison McLaurin out of it. Would you rather have Derrick Henry or CeeDee Lamb in a vacuum the rest of season as a fantasy asset?
I mean, right now I'd probably rather have Lamb.
That's how I feel
know
too.
More about his outlook, and the Cowboys' schedule is a little bit better than it was to start the year. So
Fitzgerald, Tardieu, Pacheco, ATN, Pollard, Mostert, Henderson. Pick 3. So we're going to keep ATN. We're going to keep Pollard. That leaves us with Mostert, Henderson, and Pacheco. Now, if Mostert gets a good practice day in today and tomorrow, I feel better about Mostert. If not, then you pivot to Pacheco, right?
I mean, I played Pacheco over Mostert.
Already? Yeah.
Pacheco's playing the Broncos.
Oh, Mostert's playing the Patriots. They're no good. Don't tell me they won last week. That makes them good. They're not. You know it. I know it. We all know
This
they're
means
no
the
good.
Bills are bad. That's all it means.
The Bills are hurt
Their
defensively.
defense
They're
is
missing
bad.
key pieces defensively. There's no doubt about that. But they're gonna beat up on the Bucs tonight. I'm telling you right now. This is the perfect script for people to start betting on the Bucs. So people are gonna start buying on the Bucs against the Bills, and then the Bills will come out there and beat the Bucs. I'm telling you right now, they're gonna put a hurting on them. You watch. Baker Mayfield, a couple picks. You'll see. Couple picks. I'm going 2, maybe 3, maybe. Dirt Diggler, non-PPR. Who should I flex? DJ Moore, Godwin, Josh Downs, or Pierce?
Easy.
Pierce. Jonah Stalsberg. Someone dropped DeAndre Hopkins to waivers. My options to drop somebody would be London, Spears, or Hollywood Brown. Nope. Do I drop any of them for Hopkins? Nope.
This is called what someone's doing is called dropping a landmine. They're trying to blow up your team, so don't fall for it. Smart on their part.
Yeah, not doing it. Nope. Just let him go. Sayonara. The Tennessee Titans are where old wide receivers go to retire. We've seen that the last few weeks. The years, I should say. But weeks as well, because we've seen that going on. But yeah, I don't know why. It's not going to get any better. It's not going to get any better.
Why did he go to Tennessee? Just because of money, right? They just gave him.
Yeah, because nobody else wanted him.
So
he checked. He wanted to go to the Patriots. He wanted to go to this place and that place. Nobody wanted to take it on. It happens. Look, the guy's been in the league for 10 years. This is my fear of Devontae Adams this year too, that he could turn into this too. And he hasn't exactly been returning his draft stock yet. Do you think? I mean, I don't think so. James D. Hey guys, full PPR Superflex start Dobbs or London?
Dobbs.
Okay. Kyler Murray, full participant in practice yesterday, by the way. You think we're going to get Kyler Murray playing this week or next week?
I mean, what good does the Cardinals do to be like, all right, let's throw Kyler Murray out in his first game back against the Ravens? Like,
who do they have next week? Do you know? Just
it's somebody easier than the Ravens, I'm pretty sure. Like, that just seems like malpractice to be like, all right, yeah, you're a franchise quarterback. Like, let's throw you out to the Wolves against like one of the best defenses in the NFL.
Well, I'll tell you what, you want to throw him out next week because after that it's Cleveland. So is Myles Garrett the first guy you want to see? Myles Garrett's going to have 7 sacks next week against that offensive line. They're so bad. So maybe how about Atlanta week 10? That sounds right to me.
I mean,
Atlanta, Houston.
It gives them literally they have no incentive to play him at all. But
I say week 10. So trade him if you have him on your roster. Jason Anderson, flex spot, Gibbs or Pittman? Gibbs, yeah. Zach Blair, hey bros. Oh, or pros, I should say. Or bros. We're bros too. We're good bros. Flex spot, full PPR. Pick 2. Goddard, Wilson, T. Higgins, Aaron Jones. Love y'all. I love all the love we're getting today. Love you, Zach. Andrew, I love you. John, our producer, I love you too. Love is important. Love is in the air. Who do you love here? Pick 2 of these guys. Goddard, Wilson, Higgins, Aaron Jones.
I'll take
tricky spot here.
I'll take the receivers, Wilson and Higgins. Aaron Jones, I mean, until like this guy, I mean, I got to see him play healthy. Like he's on the snap count every time he plays. He's like on the injury report every week.
Take a look at some of these running backs too. Just like last year was Zeke Elliott hit his 6th year in the league, right? Talking about Mixon, talking about Aaron Jones, talking about these guys. Like this is just what happens. Like, I don't know why we're not more keen to this and starting to fade these guys more in drafts every year. I can tell you what, people next year will. Next one here is from Cal. Flex Garrett Wilson or Christian Kirk. Who do you want to flex?
Kirk.
Got to be Kirk. Kirk's been good. Dalton Henderson. What side of the trade would you want to be on? Deontay Foreman and Josh Downs or T. Higgins?
T. Higgins.
Am I boring you, Andrew? Are you okay? You a little sleepy?
I am always.
Sound like a little bit of a yawn. You are. What's your bedtime routine? What are you doing?
I mean, I try to go to bed like earlier, like around like 10:30, but I usually don't, and then I'm usually up at like 5.
What happens? You're playing the Call of Duty all night or something with your friends? What are you doing?
I'm usually just waiting for my fiance to finish what her job is, and then we usually like watch a show or something. So.
Oh, she works nights? I didn't know this.
Well, no, she's just working. She works
She's
from home,
working
but
from home.
like, yeah, just works late.
That's sweet. You can't go to sleep until she's ready to go to sleep. Look at you.
Mhm.
Talking about love in the air. That's so sweet. What a darling fiance you are. The only thing better than love, by the way, is the stuff you can get at Pristine Auction. See what I did there? That's right. Pristine Auction is hooking you up with some cool giveaways, and we want to give you a chance to win a signed Tyjae Spears jersey the Tennessee Titans own. You need to subscribe to the Fantasy Pros YouTube channel right now. Comment below on this video, and then this is the key part. You have to sign up at pristineauction.com using the link in our video description with the registration code FantasyPros. So you do all that to be eligible. And again, don't forget to check out pristineauction.com and use that promo code FantasyPros for $10 off your first order as well. And your first order could be this 2007 Marshawn Lynch rookie card, graded 10 by BCCG for only $31.50. Scratch that, make it $21.50 when you check out at pristineauction.com and use that promo code FantasyPros to get $10 off your first order. Look at that. I love Marshawn Lynch. I'm a big fan. He's a very entertaining fellow. We should get him on the show. John, next week, book Marshawn Lynch on the show. That's what I want. Jacob Glazer, which DST should I start? Dolphins, Falcons, or Chargers this week?
I like the Falcons against.
I would agree. I agree. I think the Falcons, low total potentially in that game too. Turnover potential in that game. Yeah.
What do you think happens in that game? More points total or more sacks total?
For what? The Titans?
Just combined in the game.
There'll be more points, but not by much.
Will there be a total of double-digit sacks? Will it be more than 10 sacks?
Between Ritter and Willis and Will Levis? Probably. I mean, there were double digits last week between Howell and Taylor, right, for the Giants Washington game. They were at 11, if memory serves, in that game. So it's not like a crazy thing to happen. Rami Hindi, half PPR, pick 2 to start this week. Kareen Hunt, Rachaad White, Amari Cooper, please and thank you. Big fan of the channel. Thanks, Rami. Appreciate you.
Start the running backs.
Starting the running backs, Rachaad White and Kareem Hunt. There you go. KR, Gibbs, and Lamb for Chase. Yes.
Yep.
Chase is going to have a big second half. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, Chase, Robert. I'm hoping that Chase can. I mean, offensive player of the year is still not out of his range. Like he can get it back. Like
it's not, especially if Tyreek Hill is dealing with an injury in the second half. But
Chase still has. I bet Chase to lead the NFL in receiving touchdowns. Like that's still like firmly in play. Like he has 5 and Tyreek Hill has 7, and that's the most. So.
Yeah. Well, I invested in Chase as AP player of the year before the season. I hedged with Tyreek Hill a couple weeks into the season because I could see what was happening. So now I'm just going to sit and wait and see which one of these comes in. Hopefully one of them does. Robert Lavelle never misses a show. We love Robert here. Good afternoon, gurus. In PPR, who would you start in flex? DK Metcalf, Darrell Henderson, and Cam Akers, who's got a great matchup this week. Who do you put in the flex there? Well, DK is still dealing with the injury. So if DK's playing, I'm fine starting DK. Otherwise, I would pivot to Henderson here.
I just don't trust Darrell Henderson. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
you trust Cam Akers?
No, I mean, I agreed with DK Metcalf. But I'm just saying, like, this Darrell Henderson.
You can't, I mean, again, if DK Metcalf's healthy, you play DK Metcalf. But DK Metcalf isn't healthy.
Came off the couch last week, played a bad Steelers run defense, and now he's going on the road to play the Dallas Cowboys. Like, dude, this guy's not ready for Micah Parsons to hit it. Like, I'm sorry. Like, Darrell Henderson, to me, we saw it last year. Like, Sean McVay outright cut this guy in November, despite the fact he was leading the team in rushing yards at that time, and he just cut him. Like, he can say everything he wants, be like, I love Darrell Henderson. Like, we're best buddies again. He said the exact same stuff about Cam Akers in the offseason, and then Akers got cut. So
he's a very fickle guy. He's, Sean McVay. Like, it's a wonder he's still married. You'd think that, it's like a fourth or fifth
his child got born, right? Like
got born? Yes, his child got born. Yeah. Poetry, Erickson. Poetry. Hey. Yes, he got born, and they put him on the transaction report. Did you see that? It was funny.
Oh, they did? Oh,
they did. The Rams put him on the transaction.
What was it like?
It said John McVay got born today. That's what it said on there. No, they did put in the transaction report, though. I'm not making that up. That was cute. So good on the Rams. See, cute, lovable things. Next one here is from Steven Marishan. Half PPR, pick 2, DJ Moore, CeeDee Lamb, and Zay Flowers.
Probably just play Lamb and Flowers.
I think you got to with the quarterback situations. Thomas Kagermeyer. Here's from fan for Germany. All right, well, our German fans, they're gonna get some football coming there pretty soon. Yeah, Thomas,
2 weeks.
Full PPR flex: Mike Evans, Jonathan Taylor, or DJ Moore.
Probably Jonathan Taylor.
Yep. Jose Calderon. Start 2 between Olave, Flowers, Mixon, and Gus Edwards in a standard league. Who do I go with in the standard?
Well, Olave's never going to catch a touchdown with Derek Carr. So Gus Edwards and Zay Flowers.
Gus and Zay, I'm good with that. Dylan, I'm bummed out about Olave. I was very high on him coming into the year. I thought things were going to go well, and it just hasn't really clicked. Now, look, maybe it'll click in the second half. Maybe I'll be right, when all's said and done. But so far, it's been more frustrations. Erickson,
unless they replace the quarterback, it's not going to change.
They're not replacing the quarterback.
Then it's not going to change. I'm sorry. This is I tried telling people about Derek Carr and how he wasn't good, and everyone's like, "No, Olave's so good. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter." It's like it's the exact same thing we said about Michael Pittman the year before. It's like, oh, he gets Matt Ryan, this veteran.
Derek Carr was QB 10 and QB 9 last 2 weeks. He threw for 300 yards back-to-back weeks.
Yeah,
come on, bro.
It's all garbage time. It's all volume. He threw the ball 55 times. He's not efficient.
It's not garbage time. He had a chance to win that game, and Foster Moreau dropped that ball. Yeah. Dropped it in his hand.
That's why they lost.
Well, yeah, because he drove him all the way down the field. It was a great drive.
Not like the pick 6 Derek Carr threw or any of that stuff.
I'm not saying that wasn't bad, but I'm saying you got a chance. You watch down the field. Foster Moreau's wide open there.
Derek Carr's progression is he literally looks downfield, is like, maybe I'll throw it deep. Oh, no, Alvin Kamara, where are you? Let me throw it to you. And that's his read. Alvin Kamara.
Dylan, full PPR. Trade Metcalf and Deonta Foreman for Deontay Johnson and Joe Mixon. I'm going to say yes.
Yeah.
I think I want Mixon and Deontay Johnson more than Metcalf not hurt. Because I don't know what Foreman is in 3 weeks. I have no idea.
Out Foreman
yes, this is the week to cash out. I agree. CM Carrigan, half PPR, rest of season, pick 1, Christian Watson, Deontay Johnson, or Rashee Rice. I think it's DJ, right?
Yeah. Rest of season. Actually, rest of season. I just think Rice is probably the most ups. I mean, he's a rookie, and we see rookies second half.
Touchdown dependent, though.
Yeah, but he's touchdown dependent, but he also doesn't have a full-time role yet. Like, he still is playing limited snaps. So if they increase his snaps and routes, he's going to be more consistent. I mean, all these other Chiefs receivers, Kadarius Toney's about to be a game day inactive. We're approaching that very, very soon. So I'm gonna roll. I think Rice has the most. I mean, Rice has that unknown element to where Deontay, it's he's safe. I'd rather take the risk with Rice. Get those carbs.
Ju the Gamer, 16. Start Downs over DeAndre Hopkins. Yes. Over Olave. That's a tougher one.
I think Olave's fine.
Or do you put one of them in and then put Jonathan Taylor on the bench? No.
Keep Jonathan Taylor in. And play Olave.
Play Olave. Anfo, Gino, or Carr this week? I'm going to ask this one in Duck.
Carr. I have to start Derek Carr. I have to start Derek Carr in one of my leagues.
Yeah, those 300 games are looking pretty good now, aren't they, Sunshine? Huh?
I hate myself. I have to start him, and I hate it.
Oh, Derek Carr action here on Thursday afternoon. Let's go. This next one's from Homer. Should I start Minshew or drop Minshew for Sam Darnold?
Justin Fields.
I have Justin Fields and Kyler Murray in reserve as well. One more Aaron Jones or Javonte Williams. Love you guys if you answer. If we don't answer, you don't love us, Homer? Love is a two-way street here. Come on. You gotta be show the love regardless here.
I think
I play Minshew over Darnold. I understand the temptation because it's the 49ers, but I think I play Minshew over Darnold.
I think I'm gonna play Darnold.
Okay, why? I know why I'm playing Minshew.
I mean, Minshew, his production is not sustainable whatsoever.
I know it's not. But what I know about Sam Darnold is this is a big opportunity. This is a chance for him to show out. And the one thing I know about Sam Darnold's NFL career is that has never worked out for him. Not once.
Yeah, but I think he can still, but again, if we're just talking about winning games versus numbers.
I want numbers.
I think he can put up numbers. Games. He can put up numbers. He's got all the 49ers offensive weapons he needs.
I'm starting Minshew, Homer. What about Aaron Jones or Javonte?
I mean, Aaron Jones, is at this point, in my opinion, more of a desperation play because there's nothing he's shown us that's like, oh yeah, like you should be super confident starting Aaron Jones. Like, dude, the guy, like since he caught that like 60-yard touchdown, which he injured his hamstring on in week 1, he's done nothing.
Nope. Miles to Damon. Yo, pros, full PPR 6-man. Do I trade CMC and Waddle for Puka and ATN? Thanks in advance. Look, I know Waddle's been a little frustrating.
6-man league?
I don't know. I guess.
Wow, that's wild.
See, but in a 6-man league, I mean, I want CMC. He scores a touchdown every week. You need that.
Yeah, I mean,
he's got a good matchup against Cincinnati this week.
It seems just kind of like a lateral move. I don't know. Like it's just like.
Well, I mean, it isn't because Waddle hasn't been as productive as one would have thought he could be. But that doesn't mean he won't be. I think you have to look ahead and say, do you want Waddle's next 8 games or Puka's next 8 games, and how different are they? And then the same thing with CMC and ATN. Like, who do you want over that next span? I mean, it's really hard to not say. I mean, no, ATN's been good, but
let's see. So so CMC. Let's just try to break it up. So rest of the season, we'd rather have CMC or ETN.
CMC's number one running back.
Okay. Waddle or Puka rest of the season. Who do you want?
Probably Puka, but I think it's very close.
So then, yeah. So you're leaning the CMC side because
you want to keep CMC, right?
But
Daniel has another question, by the way. Should Chase Edmonds be rostered? I know a lot of people have been chatting about that.
I want to say no, but
after tonight, we might have a different take on that.
Yeah, no,
I'll tell you what, Daniel. Yeah. Here's what I would do. For those of you desperate at running back, if you've got somebody who's just, let's say you've got 2 defenses on your roster, right? From the heavy apocalypse last week still, or something happened there and you didn't get the players you want. That's the kind of situation where you add Chase Edmonds, right? I think you add Chase Edmonds and you see tonight.
Well,
does he do anything? Weird. If you have somebody who is absolutely nothing on the bottom of your roster, add Chase Edmonds now. If he goes off and is a big part of this running attack for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you've saved yourself some fab and you have nothing to lose. If it's bad, you cut him on Sunday and you pick up somebody else. That's what I do.
Yeah, I think that, adding Chase Edmonds, I think, is a sharp move right now, just because, I mean, the other running backs in the Buccaneers, like Sean Tucker, Keyshawn Vaughn, like those guys are going to be behind Edmonds. So if he plays really well, it's like, oh, now is someone threatening Rachaad White, in this backfield. So, yeah.
Yes. And again, to make sure you make all the right moves, make sure you're using my playbook, the greatest suite of fantasy tools in the history of the universe. It's free to download wherever you get your apps, or you go to fantasypros.com/myplaybook. If you're not sure who to start, well, we can help you. If you don't know who to trade for, we can help you. Also, if you want to just make it easy on yourself to manage all your teams in one spot, you can click on that autopilot and it'll set all your lineups for you with the best projections. And then you could just go ahead about the rest of your day and do whatever you got to do. I'll put that Instacart order in, right, Erickson? Like he's got to do again now after the show because they got it wrong. Oh, what a disaster. Just turn on full autopilot too for any of those leagues that maybe aren't going so well and you want to pay attention to some ones that are. That's the way to do it. You can also set all your lineups from one spot, manage your waivers, your trades, everything using my playbook. Let's get to one more questions here. Again, don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to Fantasy Pros, and don't forget too about that pristine auction thing. Click on the link, use the code, get $10 off, win Tyjae Spears jersey, all that fun stuff. Just Dabs, start 2, Hollywood Brown, Deontay Johnson, Sutton, or Palmer in the full PPR. I say Brown and DJ is how I'm going.
Yep.
I like the volume. Good. That's a huge volume play of those two guys. Zach Davis, Bijan or Ekeler rest of season. It's Bijan for me. I know that's going to be unpopular. It's Bijan for me. I'm not looking back.
It's Bijan for me too. Nowhere else to go but up.
That's right. Especially after last week. Nowhere else to go. Jordan Goen, JT Stevenson, Kirk, pick 2. Kirk is in, JT's in. Easy. Yep. Javi Lopez, I need help. Half PPR. Should I trade Kupp for Achane, Stroud, and Sutton? So Achane, Stroud, and Sutton for Cooper Kupp. Right now I have Jones as my quarterback, and I also have Kirk and Higgins as wide receivers. I don't like trading Cooper Kupp. I think the pieces you're getting back, I think that's a good haul. I would see if I could deal somebody else to upgrade the quarterback situation. So if Mac Jones is your QB, this is obviously a deeper league.
Why can't he just trade Kirk for like Stroud or something like that?
You could
instead. I'd rather do that.
I think that's fine. Yeah, I agree. NE Patriots, Hopkins or Gabe Davis? Gabe Davis. I'm not touching Hopkins. I'm not touching him this week. Angie Perez, full PPR, flex DJ Moore or Jonathan Taylor. I'm starting Taylor. Erickson?
Yes.
Kincaid or Logan Thomas? Kincaid. Erickson?
Yep.
This is fun. Easy. We're on the same page today. Be bopping and scatting. Trace McGee, flex 1, full PPR. Pollard, Deontay Johnson, or Rashee Rice?
Pollard.
I mean, you gotta start
Pollard. This is the breakout game for Pollard. Like, he's going to score touchdowns this week. This is it. 3 touchdowns. Tony Pollard. Let's go.
There you go. The flag has been planted, everybody.
Tony Pollard.
This is the time. Let's go to Korean J, half PPR. Pick 2, Foreman, Kareem, Damian Pierce, Singletary, Ramondre, or James Cook. All right, so pick 2 here.
Pierce and Ramondre.
So you're not going to buy into the Foreman 2 weeks in a row?
Not with Roschon Johnson back. And they're also playing the Chargers, who are not
How
that
did you
bad
sound like Forrest Gump just now?
What?
Roschon Johnson is back.
He is back. So, I mean, look, Deontay Foreman has done this. Deontay Foreman has done this 3 touchdown dance with us every single year.
It's a great dance.
And then he sucks the next week. Like, don't fall for it.
All right.
He literally
Jerry
did it
Nelson.
last year. He scored 30 points. The next week he scored 5.
Stop living in the past.
The past helps project the future.
Not always.
Well, it's the best we can do.
It projects the future. It doesn't tell the future. If it were, then we wouldn't be here. See?
You can start Deontay Foreman on your team, Joe.
And maybe I will now, just to spite you, Forrest. Jerry Nelson. Hey, Joey P. and hey, Erickson. Need help. Need 2 of these. PPR. Downs, Ayuk, Flowers, DJ Moore. Already starting Puka and Pickens. Okay. Then
Ayuk.
Flowers is safer than Ayuk this week because of the Darnold situation. That's the only thing. Like, if you want to start Ayuk, it's fine. I don't think it's a problem.
Ayuk is too good to sit.
Okay.
Sorry. He's too good.
SellQuest 2099. Rashad White over James Cook tonight.
Rashad White.
Okay. Ryan Moore. Burrow and auto start yet? Yes, Ryan. Automatic.
Yeah. Good matchup.
Automatic.
Yeah. Let's go.
Come on, let's go. P1 Antonio Ruiz Jorge. Can't make this up. Who do you prefer at tight end this week, Kincaid or Schultz?
Kincaid.
Agreed. Schmohawk. Trade Bijan for Deonta Foreman. Schmo.
No, you want to do the other thing. No. You want to be the one trading Foreman for Bijan.
Yes. Can I bro Schmo? I'm going to bro.
No, because this is a move I thought was going to happen this week. I was like, we're going to see trades like this happen. But I want to make sure our users...
Right, but Schmohawk wants to trade Bijan for Deonta Foreman, and I'm going to bro him now. Schmo, bro.
No, can't do it.
Bro. Come on. Chi, 33. I need 2. Sutton, Bourne, Hunt, or Watson. I want Hunt and Bourne. Who do you want? You want Sutton in there? I can make the case for Sutton over Bourne. I'd say Hunt and Sutton. That's where I'm actually. I change my opinion. Hunt and Sutton for me. How about you?
I mean, yeah. No, I'd probably play Bourne.
You play Bourne? You got to buy into the Patriots offense in the last 2 weeks? The Kendrick Bourne hard trend? It's not like Sutton's done nothing. Sutton's...
Also, all Sutton does is catch all the touchdowns he didn't catch last year. So.
I know. Is that painful for you to watch, by the way? I imagine it's really hard.
Yeah, it is. It's
you were such a stan, as the kids like to.
Yeah.
Or
used
to say.
And part of the issue last year was he just wasn't scoring. And it was he's getting the targets and opportunities. Yeah. And now this year it's he's running hotter than the sun. All he does is catch touchdowns.
The past did not predict the future. We thought he wouldn't catch touchdowns last year because he didn't catch touchdowns. Oh, he wouldn't catch touchdowns this year because he didn't catch touchdowns last year. But this year he's catching touchdowns. See?
Yep.
Crazy thing. Stroud or Cousins? This is from David Weidman.
Stroud.
Okay. Funky Cold Medina, half PPR, start 3. Chase, Brown, St. Brown. Well, look, you're starting Chase. Look, stop this. Cold Medina, look, you are never. You're just bragging now.
Yeah.
Chase, St. Brown, Addison, or Puka Nacua. Addison sits. This is not hard. You've got 3 top 15 wide receivers, and Jordan Addison's not one of them.
Well, I understand where Funky Cold Medina is coming from because, he probably is starting St. Brown, Chase, and Nacua every week, and he's like, Addison keeps blowing up on my bench. I'm like, I want to play this guy, but it's dude, play
him at the flex, or stop playing in 2 wide receiver leagues because it's dumb. Everybody next year, what you got to do is stop with these 2 wide receiver leagues. You play in 1 running back league, 3 wide receivers, and 2 flex.
Or you just play an all wide receiver league. No running.
No, that's dumb too. No. That's no good either.
No positions. I can draft all receivers.
Erickson, how much better would it be if it was quarterback, running back, 3 wide receivers, like a real football team looks like most of the time in most formations, a tight end, and then you have 2 flex, because that's what real teams do. Sometimes they'll have 2 quarterback sets. Sometimes they'll have 4 wide receiver sets. That's called football. And we don't have bell cow running backs. Nobody's carrying the ball 25 times anymore. That crap does not exist. 1 running back, 2 flex next year.
I just want more flexes. More flex.
More flex. More cowbell. Anthony Rodriguez, Puka. Pick 3. Puka, DJ, Kirk, or Smith. I guess
I'm taking Puka, Kirk, and Smith.
Okay. B. Moore, Aaron Jones, Ridley, Rashee Rice. Pick 1 in PPR. Appreciate the advice.
Gonna play Ridley. Roll the dice.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Raider fan since 1967. That's a long time, Raider fan. Start Foreman or Mixon in my RB2 slot. Half PPR and keep 2 QBs, Fields, Stroud, and Kyler Murray. The rest of season, which 2 QBs? I want Fields and Stroud. Sorry.
Yeah, Mixon, Fields, easy. Stroud, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Rami Hindi, another question for the pros. Do I pick up McBride and drop Shaheed? I have Taysom Hill as my starting tight end. No, I don't think so. I keep Shaheed. Shaheed's real close to being something. Like, you watch Shaheed, he's like right on the he is.
It's like it's almost like it's just
it's almost like something's holding him back.
Like, yeah, it's weird, right? Like, what's holding him back?
If only something wasn't holding him back. Brian Laforte, trade Stevenson and Laporta for Mark Andrews. Stevenson and Laporta for Mark Andrews. I'm okay with that.
He's got pretty good running back depth. Looks like Walker, Jacobs, Warren, Chase. Look, if you feel like
can you pull it off for Warren instead?
Yeah, it's fine. If you feel like you're good at running back and you don't want if you're not using Stevenson, then yeah, I like upgrading to get the better guy with Andrews.
All right, one more here. Young Kierlo, start 1. Godwin, Cooper, or Higgins in the PPR. Who do you want?
Godwin, because he is going to score this week. He didn't score last week, but he came close again. He's scoring that touchdown tonight. I don't know when it's going to be, but Chris Godwin is going to score.
Predictions from Andrew Erickson. If you want more football talk, join us at 5 p.m. Eastern over on our Betting Pros channel. Go subscribe there as well. You can see Scott Bogman and myself breaking down tonight's Thursday night football game between the Bucs and the Bills. So check that out. Don't forget, also click on that link. Sign up at pristineauction.com. Use that promo code FantasyPros. Drop your comments below. Subscribe to the Fantasy Pros YouTube channel. And flex like Erickson. Yeah, you can't see you because your muscles are so big they don't even make it into the 2 box. So you might have to shift over. But don't forget also, use my playbook. Don't forget to join our NFL contest at bettingpros.com/NFL contest today. That'll do it for us, but the story of the game goes on. For Andrew Erickson, I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids. Enjoy your Thursday.